Hello and welcome back to Schwaadeheim. So we continue where we left the last time, and that is I need to compact the chaff I put into the silage pit. And for this reason I'm gonna hook up this weight with the wheels on. So this acts like a weight and also like a compactor for in between the tires. And that way you don't need to drive left and right in order to compact it. You can go straight over, and it should in theory compact the whole area you're driving on. And of course the heavier you are, the better. So I think I'm gonna make a quick meal out of this. But let me lower that weight down and let's start. Well, that barely made a dent. Even though we have around 100,000 liters of chaff in here right in front of us, it doesn't really look a lot. Let me go to the outside view and see it in action. Okay, so the weight doesn't like to be driven in reverse. So what that means, should I lift it up when I go in reverse and use it only going forward? As you can see, it's turning nicely and following the tractor wheels, but if I put it in reverse, it doesn't know what to do. Maybe that is how it's supposed to be used, I'm not sure actually. But you can see it working. It is helping to compact the silage in between the wheels. And that is exactly its purpose, and it's doing it quite well, I must say. But yeah, we're already at 60%, 65%, so this really shouldn't take much longer. I'm not sure if the game factors in the weight, but I believe it does. And even if it doesn't, the real life factors the weight of the vehicle driving over and compacting the silage, so let's go with that. Since this feature has been implemented of silage compacting, I've always found it fascinating how the bumps get pushed down and then you get a nice flat surface, and even the volume lowers. And we are 100% compacted. So it's time to cover the silo blanket, and it started to ferment. So I'm gonna put the weights back. Now I really do need to tend to the garden and I need to restart the seed production, so these are the two things I'm gonna be doing next. Oh. Yeah, really? Huh. Interesting. Maybe I should extend the legs before I dropped it. I wasn't aware that there's a feature there that allows that. No, I can use this tractor. So the next thing is give plenty of water to the garden. This is gonna take quite a few trips, so I will jump cut in between. So the garden needs water and it needs solid fertilizer, and the seed maker needs herbicide and water. So I think I'm gonna do the water to the garden and the seed maker machine. So I will jump cut when both of these are full. Alright, so the seeds are full and the garden is full of water. So I can park the water bowser back where I found it. And I think I will be able to harvest the canola fields today. Because there is still a lot of day left. And for that reason I'm going to go back and hook up the trailer, the Brantner power tube. A huge trailer. I've seen one of these on the road today and they really are huge. Okay, turn this off. Let's switch to our trusty Fendt. Put the bucket off. And I believe I've left the pallet tines at the garden. I hook it up like this. Yeah, let's cheese it a bit. Okay, so if I take the herbicide, did I take the herbicide? I took the fertilizer, haven't I? No. No. What is this? Oh, this is a herbicide. Alright. And the seeds take herbicide, of course. What was I thinking? Of course I was thinking fertilizer. Okay, no matter. I mean, it does matter a bit, but it won't really change. So herbicide. Okay, on the other hand, we do have fertilizer that we can use with our sprayer. I will put that in a different shed so I don't mix them up. You always want to be careful with the fertilizer and herbicide, because you don't want to mix those two and you don't want to have them close to the seed. Right. Doesn't take it. I seem to remember having that problem. Yeah. And the problem was that I couldn't use the straight up tank to give herbicide to the seed maker. Instead I had to use the water trailer, the water bowser. Ideally you would have two different bowsers, for one for chemicals and one for water. But in this instance it doesn't really matter. So let me just empty this out. And let's try with the Bowser. Yeah, I think this way it will work nicely. Yeah, now it will take it. Okay, so we have quite a lot of herbicide. Okay, that's good. And now to give the solid fertilizer to the garden. And this should be us ready for the harvest. While I have the palatines on, I will take the fertilizer and the net wrap into the big shed where I have the baler stored. But first let me go and load fertilizer, and I also have fertilizer, solid fertilizer I mean, over here in the shed. So let me use this one because this one is here longer and it wants to be used as fast as possible. Now if I remember correctly, there's not a lot in here in these two bags, but whatever it is gonna be welcome to the garden. Not here. Wait a minute, the corn collie is this? Let me see. Yeah, it was fertilizer. Okay. And of course I have a trailer in the way. I really need to remodel this part of the map to have something a little bit more usable and more appropriately designed for our needs. It's heavy. Ooh, that's very heavy. Let me try to get it as close to the tractor as possible. And this is how the weight center is more towards the center of the tractor. And so it can balance a little bit better. And what is the state? It has half and half seeds. Okay. That should last us for a while. Should being the operative word. Because this garden really consumes fast. There is another mod, an open garden, that consumes like 12 liters. And one seed for, I think, 100 liters. Oh, there is there. Tension strap attached. So while you're carrying, I mean, of course I put the tractor straight in front of the shed I'm gonna use. I mean, of course. Why wouldn't I? That's too funny. Oh, where's the tractor? It's over here. So I was saying, when you're carrying something heavy, you want to carry it as low to the ground as you can, in order to minimize the risk of flipping over, because the higher you are carrying your load, the higher your center of gravity, and the more you risk turning your machine over. Not turning over, but flipping over, you know, or flipping on your side. Alright, now for this one. The pallet handling and the bale handling has really been improved in this Farming Simulator 22, opposed to Farming Simulator 2019. And that's a very good thing, because the 19 was very tough to do it from the inside and to actually manage to be good with it, you know. All right. Okay, this is already detached. Now I have 2 fields ready to be harvested, so that is... Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. I need to return the least field. Oh, thank God, I've looked at that part of the map. So we have field 12 and field 22 to harvest. Yes, these 2 are ready to harvest, and these 3 that are sunflower fields are still not ready, and they are probably gonna be ready in the next episode. Or should I say, in the next day. So let me get the header to the field first. Like a glove. Beacons on. Now I do have to take a bit of a wider turn, because this trailer has wheels quite far back, and it does tend to turn a bit awkwardly. So the attaching point is on the right. Okay. I am going to go through bush. And I want to position... I'm sorry, car, you're gonna have to wait. I want to position the header something like this, so the combine can come, attach, and then plow straight into the field. I mean, cut straight into the field. The combine also needs a service and a refuel. I didn't manage to do that in the time between the episodes. But I think it's gonna be fine. Harvest these 2 canola fields, and then I'm gonna go and take care of the combine because I do want it to be in tip-top shape. So the first field is right at our farm entrance. I just need to go across the road, and there is a convenient piece of open land over here where I can turn around and hook up to the header to all the flashing lights. Okay, I'm sorry traffic, you're gonna have to wait for a second. So connect the PTO, connect the hoses, and I think we're ready. Okay, so I'm getting a solid 6 kilometers per hour. The harvester is filling slowly. Looks like there's not much yield, or maybe it's an average yield. Maybe there's something I should do differently for the next year. Oh no, over here the yield is a lot higher. I'm judging that by the mini-map on the left. That's funny. Would the bees maybe lessen the yield? That's an interesting question. Because around the hive the yield is a lot lower than further away. And I have to do some research about this. The yield has fallen over here also. Maybe this is connected to the soil type beneath the crop. And I have to check that out on the soil type map. There is a whole guide on the precision farming that tells you how different crop types behave on different soil types. And I must confess I didn't do my research about canola and the soil types. So that may have been a mistake. So when I harvest this field, I'm gonna take a look at the soil type map, and I think I'm gonna discuss the happening. Oh, and we're making straw swath. Cool. I was expecting canola to not have straw swath. Well, no matter. I can make more bales. That's good.
Remember the days we were young, wild and free, basic getting sprung. We used to dance the night away, hang out the whole next day, laughing, having fun.
So I haven't even filled one grain hopper on this combine, and it's not a big hopper to begin with. So I won't lie, I am disappointed with the yield of this field. I was expecting more. And I again must say I'm not sure what is the cause of this. Because I think it's impossible to get the crop plague in Farming Simulator, or disease, or just generally bad yields because of, I don't know, lack of water or rain. So it is gonna be interesting finding out what caused this. Because if you get a result you don't like, you have to check what you did to get that result, and then fix your doings in the future. Change your recipe, because the current recipe is not giving you what you want. That means that the recipe is not right, not quite right. The last triangle, the infamous triangle of the uneven field. Okay, let me turn off the crusher unit, turn off the header, lift it all the way up, take off the hoses, take off the PTO, and let us check the soil information. I'm really intrigued. Alright, so this is the precision farming map. And if I look at the soil type information, there is loam soil at the top and sandy loam most of the field, and there is a little bit of slate clay. Now pH, I'm not sure. Nitrogen, of course, is horrible. And now the yield map. The yield map almost perfectly coincides with the soil type. So loam is the perfect soil type for canola. Okay. Let me take a sneak peek at the field 12. I would say that's not good. Not good. Maybe when I put it on worker, it didn't seed appropriately to this setting. Maybe that's the reason. I'm not sure. Anyway, it is what it is. We can't look back and cry about it. We can get the tractor over and unload. I think we got 4,000 and something liters of canola. And that is going straight into the oil mill to be processed into canola oil. Since we do own the oil mill, I do want to make the most out of it. Yeah, the trailer's dirty. I should have washed it. And I'm too far away. On the other hand, 4,400 liters is a decent amount. It's not just that great, you know. Not amazing great, but it's still good. I can still make some money. Okay, this tractor can wait here. Now get the little Steyr over. The little header trailer. With the hazard still engaged. This is really turning into a machine ballet. Around this lines, put the auger in, and now if I calculated correctly, I should be able to gather. I think this is gonna be perfect. I know I'm cutting in front of the traffic, but hey, farmers first. That should be the slogan of summers and autumns and in the hay season and everything, farmers first. Because usually you are in a hurry to go somewhere to do something, so yeah, everybody should move, get out the way. Move, man. Almost at the field, yeah. And again, I'm going to repeat the process. Park the Steyr right in front of this field so I can hook up and cut into the field right away. Big machine on the move. In case you haven't noticed, the combines have a rear wheel steer, which effectively is like driving your car in reverse. So the front wheels stay pointing forward and the rear wheels turn. And this is why you have to take turns a little differently than you would in your family car. You don't take a wider turn, you actually take the front wheels go closer to the top of the corner and the rear wheels then take a swing out. You have to be careful when driving in traffic because you don't want to swing your tail end too much out of your way, because that could spell a disaster. This is fun. So again, it helps that there is a little piece of open land over here. And I'm sorry again for cutting in front of the traffic. I'm sure you don't mind. White car. But I have things to do. Let me put the hazards on. And away we go.
Busy getting sprung. We used to dance the night away, hang out the whole next day, laughing, having fun. Summer love, you have no idea what you did to me. Summer love, didn't care that we weren't meant to be. You were mine, I was yours. Take me back once more. Summer love, where did you go? Summer love, you have no idea what you did to me. Summer love, didn't care that we weren't meant to be. You were mine, I was yours. Take me back once more. Summer love, sweet joy, where did you go?
And this is the second field done. We can turn the header off and bring the tractor over to unload. Alright, so the plan is I unload this and take the crop to the oil mill. Then I take the header off and take it to the farm where it needs to be washed off and serviced. I don't think we're gonna be using it this season, not anymore, unless I lease a field or two, but I think I won't do that. Sorry, farmers first. Yeah, so I won't lease any fields, not this season. So the header can go to the farm and be cleaned off and serviced, and the combine is going to the fuel pump to fill it up, and then I'm gonna leave it at the vehicle shop to be serviced until the next day. so we can pick it up next time. And next time we are probably gonna be doing the sunflowers. Feels just like yesterday when I was spreading slurry on those fields that have sunflowers in, and now we're getting to harvest. Anyway, we got 9,856 liters off of our 2 fields, which, you know, it's not too shabby, but not to drop that. So not too big amount. Sorry, farmers first. This is gonna be the slogan of this episode. Farmers first. I still have 2 pallets of canola oil from the last season, which I missed the selling window. Oh yeah, I need to get a little bit more forward. Okay, so we are done. Let me restart the canola. Now for the last 2 parts. Alright. Let's take these 2 off. Auger in. Did it go in? It did. Okay. So taking the combine to the fuel station. One thing I did want to say is, can you see how conveniently the stairs hold in front of the tire? So you are not wider, you are actually very compact with this harvester. That's just one neat thing of engineering farm equipment. So coming up to the fuel station, on which side do I have the fuel tank on? It's somewhere under the flaps. And let's fill her up. Alright, so it only took 190 pounds to fill the combine up. I do need to fill the AdBlue also, but I can get that in canisters. So diesel emissions fluid or something like that, DEF. I'm going to park the combine at the store, at their service station, and leave it here overnight so they can work on it first thing in the morning. I think I'm gonna park straight in front of their garage. So they can take it in as they start working tomorrow. Cool. Dumpty dum, dumpty dum. Now a slow walk back to our style tractor. And for the last thing today, take back the header, wash it off and put it into the machine shed. Is it called machine shed? Workshop. Workshop is a better term. Yeah, so I am going to wash it off and put it into our workshop, where I can do the service on the header in the morning. Let's get it set up to be driven inside. It is a bit of a poor visibility out of this, but I think I'll manage. Yeah. Okay, and back out to be washed. I also need to wash the trailer for the grain hauling. This is why I left it where it is, so I can wash it before I go to the fields when I'm gonna be picking up sunflower seeds for sunflowers. Okay, this looks clean. Yeah, but I do need to raise the bed of that trailer so I can effectively wash it off. And good. Good. This is gonna be it for this episode. I would like to thank you for watching. It has been quite a productive day. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.